Hello and good afternoon, legends. How are we all doing? We are back with another stream. Let me share my screen and put my camera on, and then we are ready to rock. And you all know who we'll have with us today. It is Wednesday. Oh, hang on, my camera's gone off. Let me just fix that. Hang on. And then I'll have my camera on, and then I will introduce today's guest. But it is Wednesday, so I'm sure all of you know exactly who we'll have on today. Let me just fix this camera, because I forgot to turn it over to the actual camera. There we go. That's focused on me. Let me switch it over in the settings, and then we're ready to rock. Okay, so first things first. Boom! Here I am. I'm back again, of course. And let me just turn that music down a little bit more. Hang on. There we go. That's a nice amount. And we do have Mr. Save with Crypto with us again today. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, Dave. I'm doing fine, actually. I'm really good, and yeah, glad to be back again. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about today, though, because I think everything's going to hang on what's going to happen later on with the Fed meeting, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. And to be honest, even though we've had some nice movements, obviously Bitcoin dumped down late last night, didn't it? And then gone back up. It's pretty much at the same spot that it's been all week. So there's nothing too major. However, I do suspect that we'll be able to get some good discussion going in the chat again. We don't have to just look at charts. Like we talked about crypto cards. I can't remember what we did on Friday, but Fridays was a really good stream. But we could discover other avenues of crypto to fill the time until US Open. We'll see.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
Yeah, we do have. So let's see. We've got in the chat. We've got Reggie Man. I'm very well, thank you, mate. Hopefully you are. We've got Really. We are raving today. Waylander, hello to you. Steve-O, big howdy to you, mate. We've got Crypto Bro in the chat. Yes. That's yourself. So we've got Judd. Hello to you. We've got Scotty, FOMC Day. I'm feeling bullish. We've got Wiz, the legend Wiz. He had a really good idea for the stream as well. And we do have the legend that is Justin. Absolute legend. So, yeah, big up everyone who's in the chat so far today. Make sure you drop a like on the stream to get that going for us. But, yeah, there's not really too much, obviously, currently on the 5-minute chart over here. If we go out to, say, the 2-hour chart, there's nothing really too much doing, is there? Let me get rid of that. There's nothing really too much doing. We're still at the same spot, obviously, that we dumped down from on Monday. If we go to the 30-minute view, yeah, obviously we had this dump down late last night, and then V-reversaled it. So I'm not too sure. What are you swaying one way or another, mate, or are you just waiting to see what happens?
I am actually swaying slightly bullish, actually.
Oh, right, yeah.
The reason for that is, shall I show you my screen or not?
You can go on yours, mate. Yeah, you can go on yours. Hit it up.
Hang on, let me. So, hang on.
We do have Zeus saying hi, bro. Hello to you, and we do have Desperado saying, "How are you?" I'm good, mate. Thank you. You lost a few K with panic selling. Yeah. All about managing your emotions in the market, innit? Panic selling is not the way to go. We discussed that on Monday a bit with Justin about managing emotions and stuff like that. Just make sure you learn from it, mate. Any decision that you make in the market, make sure you've got a bit of a clear head. Hey, David, what are you thinking about ETH? We'll have a look at ETH in depth. Overall, I think it's now or never in terms of the next, few weeks, potentially stretching to the next month or two. But we'll have a look at that. But yeah, I'll put your screen on now, mate. There you go. You're on.
Okay. So, right. So this is Bitcoin USD on the 1-hour time frame. And this background's been read on Stonksy since Sunday. Okay. That was Sunday. Yeah, late Sunday night, wasn't it? So obviously we came down here, and
yeah,
I'm waiting for this to go green, or at least go to black again. Now I think everyone knows I really like my EMAs. I'm going to pop them on. Okay, so if you want to know how to set these up, just look at any of my videos on my channel. At the end, there's always a video link on how to set these up. What they are, it's these red, cyan, yellow, and green EMAs. In that order, they are a 5, 9, 21, and 55 EMA. Now, generally, when you see the yellow cross the green, it's bullish if the yellow goes above the green. And if you look where we are now on the 1 hour time frame, it's getting close, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it does what it does here, and it just, you know, you think, it's definitely going there, and obviously it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that candle is going to close in 15 minutes, and I think by then they might touch a little bit, maybe, or just get even closer. I don't know. But if I see these cross, I'm definitely going to be bullish. And if that happens, I'm going to expect Stonksy maybe to go green, but I don't know, to be honest. I mean, the rest of the market is looking better today, isn't it? And if you think about it, where did all this come from? It all came from the DeepSeek FUD, didn't it? Which
all came from that. Which obviously, you know, markets don't like surprises, do they? So it gave it a good old shakeout. But obviously, one thing we'll look at throughout this video is because I didn't actually check up on it yesterday. We'll see obviously how some of the Mag 7 traded yesterday.
Who's that?
The Magnificent 7.
Oh, like Nvidia and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I actually, while you're there, yesterday I put a little post in the CSE Plus Premium saying, you know, does anyone trade traditional stocks, and if so, what platform do they use?
Yeah.
And I think it was a sort of cross between Trading 212 and what's the other one? Prime XBT, is it?
Oh yeah, I think they do. I think they do offer
So I think the thing with Prime XBT is you can actually use like crypto as your capital, as your collateral.
Yeah.
And then trade with that, which sounds quite attractive. And trading 212 sounds more of a traditional kind of thing. I was just wondering if you had any experience with that kind of stuff.
I did used to trade. So I did used to trade FX and stocks. I used to do that on a different exchange. It wasn't Prime XBT. It was BingX at the time.
Okay.
I did used to do it a bit on Prime XBT as well, because you can get oil on there and stuff like that as well. I did used to have a dabble in that. But I did used to do a mixture of them both, to be fair. But yeah, I kind of stopped trading them. I stopped using Prime XBT. This was a while ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't mind it, because it was at the time when we was getting lots of volatility across them sort of markets, and it was fun. It was fun, but it's just a completely different ball game. It's a completely different ball game to trading crypto, I think, anyway.
I'm just wondering if I should sort of do a bit of that as well. I don't know. I mean, I was feeling a bit sort of I was feeling a bit of FOMO yesterday when Nvidia was down, like whatever it was down. Was it about 15% or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And and I was thinking, God, it'd be really nice if I could just sort of jump in like now and just scoop a load up and then sell it a week later, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have anything in place to do that, so I was feeling a little bit left out, really. But I think Wiz and Justin were both in the chat in CSE Plus, and they suggested various platforms and stuff. So I think I might give it a go. I just don't quite understand how any kind of derivative stuff works with it. You know, like, I mean, did you trade kind of like spot, or were you using some sort of leverage type thing or not?
Well, for the collateral, I was using USDT,
Okay.
and it's interesting, isn't it? Because on Prime XBT, I think everything's just like automatically calculated on like 100x in it, I think, and
Yeah.
you obviously just choose your lot size, so that's how you sort of manage obviously your risk. It was sort of how many contracts he wanted to take out, but I think the leverage was always on like a crazy amount, just stuck. So yeah, but it was always using USDT. I don't think I've ever actually traded anything on a traditional platform in terms of, like longer than short in it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's something I might look at anyway. But yeah, if anyone's got any experience of that in the chat, please do let me know.
Yeah, because like say for like Justin will probably have a good recommendation for obviously FX and gold. We do have Sean saying, will Trump surprise us all tonight by forcing a rate decrease by the Fed? No, I don't think so. I think that's very, very unlikely because Powell doesn't have to listen to what Trump has to say, pretty much. Powell can just continue on doing what he wants. He doesn't have to listen to Trump. And Trump can't force him out unless I believe Trump exercises some special powers. But I imagine he probably has to have good reason for that. Not just the fact that Powell won't cut rates because Trump wants to. But I'm not too sure on that. But I think Powell's in the Fed chair position until like May 2026. Was that an alert?
It was.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Powell's in term for like another year and a couple months. But I don't know what the conditions are if Trump can exercise an order to remove him from obviously that position. I don't know what the situation would have to be. But afternoon to you, mate. We got Justin saying, let's rug alt, mega short time. He says Nvidia at the big short. Yeah, we'll look at that today. Actually, I think that's obviously a good thing to look at, minus crypto, because Nvidia, pretty much, obviously with the way it's gone up, looks like tech stocks from the dot-com bubble on the high time frame. It's a matter of time before it's rugged. Justin says, yeah, I do think that we'll get through potentially a lot of this year, if not all of this year. We'll have to see, won't we? I think there's still time left on the time bomb before we obviously see a very, very sharp sell-off. But you only have to go on a NASDAQ and put it on the weekly chart, and it looks incredible, really. We'll have a look at that as well today. Wizard says, had 3x short ETF, had a nibble on a long on SMCI. And Ryuk says, ETH analyze. We will get to it, mate. We will get to it. Don't worry. Just a bit of patience. So, yeah, you're currently looking at Nvidia at the moment, aren't you? It has got a big gap, obviously, that it could potentially fill.
Oh, right. That's the weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it closed on Friday. And then that's where that was. So that was a 12% drop. And then obviously it got down as low as almost 17% for the close on Monday. And then obviously had a bit of relief yesterday. But it's down a little bit pre-market. It's down, what's it down? 1.5 points pre-market. But it's going to be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. But I think that is something, obviously, I said that we'll look at it on Monday as well, didn't we, Justin? We'll look at the Mag 7. But we can, briefly cover it over today as well. Pretty much just looking at what they look like on the high time frame and where they're likely going to go in over the next year or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, I was talking to me. I was talking to my brother yesterday. He doesn't trade or anything, but he's got a few like index funds and stuff.
Yeah,
I was saying, can you get in there and kind of adjust individual, allocations and stuff, and he can't, unfortunately. But I was saying that Nvidia yesterday would have been great, and I was talking to him about it was about midday, so I suppose about here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that's 10% up from then. That's quite a chunky rise, isn't it, for a traditional stock?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's well, did you see Bitcoin miners got absolutely hammered yesterday, or was it on? No, it would have been on Monday. I don't think we didn't yesterday on the open. A lot of them were down like 25% on Monday. Bitcoin miners. Don't know what they did yesterday. We can have a look at that as well.
Sorry, I don't know what that means actually. Bitcoin miners, as in?
Yeah, Bitcoin mining stocks.
Oh, okay.
So like your Marathon, your Riot,
Oh, okay.
all the jazz. I don't know what they did yesterday, so we'll have a look at that as well. But yeah, I think obviously, it was worth, taking along on it. I didn't do it personally, but taking a reversal play yesterday for sure.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Ethereum. I am actually bullish on Ethereum, mainly because it's not been at its all-time high, has it? Like at all for like the past couple of years. So its all-time high was 4,000 and something. We're like 1,000 below that. I just feel it needs to go up there at some point. But anyway, I was just looking at that with those same sort of EMA type things, and that isn't looking as good as Bitcoin, I must admit. You see this yellow and green are miles away from each other, whereas on Bitcoin, they were like really close.
Yeah.
So
the thing with ETH is it's in such a mess structurally, in terms of. But well, to be fair, it is and it isn't. High time frame of it, obviously ETH BTC looks a mess. However, there's a good argument for it's potentially reaching close to a bottom. In terms of obviously its performance, that's hand in hand. It's been an absolute mess over the past, particularly over the past year. But not just that, in terms of it as like an actual, what would you even call it? A network, but obviously, slash cross business in it because they do have the Foundation. That in itself is a mess. Who they've got leading that is just completely ripping, any sort of belief in it apart because they keep selling. They keep selling, which you could say, well, what they're selling doesn't really matter and stuff like that. The fact that obviously they're ahead of it and they're dumping ETH doesn't send down a good message, does it? That thing doesn't send down a good message when they're dumping ETH. Why would anyone just want to buy the ETH off them that they're dumping at market? So
isn't something supposed to be happening though? Isn't something?
I think I think Vitalik he posted a tweet out saying, I think he said like obviously they're looking for a new head of I don't know, CEO or whatever it is, but it's a pretty weird situation, I think anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's at, but I'm not really anywhere near in the camp that it will do anything special this cycle. I think it would. I think the best case scenario, and this is like the very best case in my eyes, is that it does a 2x. I don't think it probably even does that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, 2x I'd be happy with, but yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not looking for 10 grand or anything. Yeah, so I mean, last time we spoke about this is the ETH BTC chart. I mean, I drew that trend line there, and I thought it was going to do that.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to come back, retest, and then bounce off, but it didn't. It came back, retested, then sort of like followed the line.
Like it was all going so well, weren't it?
When it came back here, I thought, yeah, that's definitely the one. And it just didn't do it, did it? Sort of like went all floppy, and and there we are again. So I think next, well, I don't know. We're looking at that level there, aren't we? So I don't know. It's possible. It's possible that could be a double bottom. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm hopeful with ETH, but I don't think it's. Yeah, I don't know really. And that's the other thing you see is so many people are like really down on it at the moment. Is that a good sign?
Well, typically, typically when sentiment is really bad, you look for a bottom, don't you? However, sentiment has been bad on it for a long time now. So I think I think that shouldn't really be considered anymore. Like normally you would say, wouldn't you, when people start saying things are dead or things are rubbish or they're never coming back and that, you do normally think, right, okay, well if that's the overall sentiment, then really you go against the majority, don't you? However, I think it's been going on for that long, where people are fed up of ETH now. Where I think really just we can only really attach what the chart is saying to it and not sentiment.
Yeah. It would be nice to see this go green, but it's not. I don't know. Doesn't seem to want to, does it? Yeah, again though, I don't know. I mean, that could be a double bottom there. I don't know.
Yeah, but it says something when Trump's company keeps buying. They keep buying, so we'll see, won't we? We've got Itch saying up moon. Didn't Vitalik post about lower gas fees? Then really said a fourfold reduction on gas fees. Yeah, but it needs to happen, doesn't it? It needs to happen. For years now, for absolute years, there's obviously been the talk of sharding, which would cut the gas fees. I haven't seen this fourfold plan, but it's all right saying there's a plan and stuff like that. But the Ethereum Foundation burns through about 100 million a year, and that's obviously been going on, for such a long time now. There's a point where you're just like, well, it's all right talking about it, innit? But what people, what you want is action. You can't be paying $100 to swap something on ETH when Solana is pretty much free. People just won't do it anymore. I agree with what Wiz is saying. But again, in order to build things on a network, it needs to be usable. ETH gets to a point where it's literally not usable. You can't use it unless you're willing to pay like $300 in gas, which, it's all right for institutions if they want to burn that, but do they also, they're not idiots, are they? Like, they just don't want to burn money just for the sake of it. They need to be able to actually use the network, which is the main killing point for it. And if it was as cheap as Solana, we wouldn't be seeing what we have now. So, yeah. If you could choose only one token to long right now, 5x, what alt would you choose? Why 5x?
Why an alt?
I don't. To be honest, I wouldn't do anything right now. The answer to that is I wouldn't do anything. In my opinion, if you've not already got open trades, then my opinion is that you just sit back and do nothing. We've got obviously, a real curveball being thrown in 6 hours, literally 6 hours, with the Fed's interest rate decision. Now, the pretty much, the bang on expectation, where it's as close to 100% as you can get, is that they'll leave interest rates unchanged. But that doesn't mean just because they leave interest rates unchanged, we'll get a pump. We could get a dump down. I just think if you're not already in a trade and you've not already got room on it to sort of ride it out if you want to, there's just no point in doing anything, I don't think, because you just leave yourself open to potentially being caught in the whipsaw.
Yeah. Have you any idea what this is? Core?
No idea.
For some reason, I was just playing with an exchange. I think it was Weeks. I think it was, and I for some reason I'd set an order like quite low with this, sort of like down here, and I got a notification today saying your Core USDT order is filled. I was like, what the hell's that? And I can't even remember why I did it. Anyway, so. Well, two things there. One, it's quite good to journal what you're doing because I obviously
yeah.
I mean, it's not big; it's only like $50 or something. But like, but I can't. I obviously saw it somewhere. Someone must have been talking about it. I thought, okay, I'll have a look at that. And I set like a ridiculously low. I mean, it was when the price was up here,
Yeah.
And I set a really low limit order, sort of, down here somewhere. Anyway, that failed. It's slightly underwater at the moment, but anyway, it just surprised me. That was all really. Anyway, so hang on. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Yeah. So what do you think about the what do you think will happen this afternoon, tonight?
Honestly, I just think it's probably just a recipe for mass liquidations on both sides. The thing is, these macro events that we have now, they've not really mattered that much in a while, because pretty much every time the Fed has done something with rates, it's been the expected decision. We've not seen anything that's not been expected for ages now. So typically they don't do anything against the grain, and I don't think they'll do anything against the grain today. So then obviously, say we get the expectation of they leave interest rates unchanged, okay, but then which way does the market go then? Well, is it particularly bullish? Not really, but it's not bearish. So what's the best thing to do? We'll probably just liquidate both sides and then take a direction. That's why I say, unless you're already in a trade and you've got room, between obviously your entry and you want to leave it open, fine. But opening a trade here is literally just leaving yourself wide open to getting liquidated.
Yeah. Or if you have the opportunity to take profit, do it.
Yeah, that's it.
If it goes
already in profit and you want to take some, you want to close, do whatever you want. But opening a trade here, you're just leaving. You're pretty much just gambling. That's all it is. It's just a gamble. A gamble that it's going to go up or down. So I mean, if you want to do that, obviously you're free to do whatever you want. But I just think you're pretty much just gambling. We do have some comments in the chat. Wiz thinks that institutions will build their own L2s on ETH. Justin says, I wouldn't touch any alts on leverage right now. Madness. I do agree. Until Bitcoin claims 106.23 on a daily. Yeah, we did go over that on Monday, didn't we? When you had your chart up. Spot. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, spot. I mean, if you're adamant you want to do leverage, you don't do over 2x or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, or 3x or something. But that's if you're really adamant that you want to have a position open. Like I said, I would do nothing unless you already have positions open that are already in profits. I'm thinking get some great prices versus Bitcoin. Yeah. It's pretty wild, really, how bad alts are. I do suspect February will be better. I'm expecting February to be better. I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to top out in February, to be honest. I don't think we're ready for Powell versus Trump beef. It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah. I was watching Eric Crown this morning, and he had something quite interesting that because he always is really good at analyzing statistics from the last 14 years or whatever.
Yeah.
With Bitcoin, and he was saying that generally February is a very good month for Bitcoin. And the weird thing is that February in a odd year, so 2025 is odd. February in an odd year has always been positive for Bitcoin.
Oh, right, okay.
So, I know the past doesn't predict the future, but that has been right 100% of the time for the last 14 years. So there is that as well. So when's the first? First is Friday, is it?
No, the first is Saturday. 31 days in January. Yeah. So first is Saturday. So that's another thing as well. Everyone's got to remember. We've got monthly close on Friday, monthly open on Saturday. There's so much coming over the next few days. Just don't leave yourself wide open to getting chopped up. Because and we do have something else. I think it's is it PCE or it's something on Friday? I think it's PCE. I think on Friday. So this week might be a week for you just to sort of maybe set your plans for where you want to. Maybe short or long from either side. It's obviously up to yourselves, but just be careful out there. That's all. Just be careful.
It is mad though. And I was just looking where December ended, and so So we came out of December at 93.3.
Yeah. I mean, the monthly chart don't look bad. Do you know what I mean? It's setting itself up for its highest ever monthly close. You know, the monthly chart, apart from obviously it's got a swing failure pattern at the top.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's not really that bad at all.
No. I mean, Bitcoin generally is just doing amazing, isn't it? Really, you know. I mean, you can't complain about.
Yeah, I think I mean, the way it looks to me is it's ready for just one more leg up, but not even big. You know, I'm not expecting towards 200k. I'm expecting towards 120 to 130 ish,
and then down to
a few more peaks and troughs, but pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but I do think we're probably positioning for one more small leg up. It's not going to be as big as most people think, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I imagine that.
That's what I want.
Imagine that.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be great. You know, yeah. So I can. Oh dear. Anyway, it'd be great if you could predict the future, wouldn't it? But anyway, we can't. Or can we? Or can we?
We can try.
Yeah, we can try. I listened to quite a bit of your show on Monday with Justin. Actually, it was really good. Actually, he's good, isn't he?
He's very, very good. Yeah, he's very, very good.
I feel like an idiot compared to him. I'm just
absolute legend in terms of price action trading. You know, looking at levels, looking at supply and demand, where price is going to go. You would do well to find better. That's for sure. Absolutely, yeah, fantastic. And that's what I was saying on stream. You know, everyone should be taking notes, or going on their charts and looking exactly what he's saying, comparing to what you've got on your chart. You would do well to find a better person to question on price action. So yeah, I mean, we've got him coming on again on Monday. So if any of you do have any questions and stuff like that, do make sure you get them ready, because it should be another good one. But yeah, I think it's interesting. It's an interest. Well, the thing is, the main thing that we should really consider is, if Bitcoin has a significant drop, how low are alts going to go? That's the main thing, innit? Because they are just going to get absolutely obliterated. That's the main concern. A 10% drop on Bitcoin in this range means nothing, because it's still in, a 10% drop would pretty much take us right down towards the bottom of the range, which then, unless there's any real force and momentum behind it, we'd probably hold it, unless, we just smashed right through it. We'd just go back down to support. Whereas 10% drop on Bitcoin, alts are going to get obliterated 20-30% again. Which I don't think most people are ready for, really. Like, I don't want to see my alts get another obliteration. Do you, mate?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it would be. The problem is, I mean, if it's something like Bitcoin, and that goes down to, I don't know, 30k, like you wouldn't mind buying some more, would you? But if it's something like, I don't know, Arve or something like that, which goes down to like 20% of what it is now, you wouldn't want to buy it, would you? You'd just think, well, that's knackered. It's going nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, and that's the problem I have with alts. Really, is like, I just sometimes don't think they'll ever recover. Certain ones anyway.
Yeah.
I've got a real problem with that EGLD at the moment, because I've still got a load of that, and it's just looking bloody awful now. It's like, it's like below $30, and it's kind of like, nothing they say seems to do anything or make any sense, really, and it's just weird. It's just, I keep thinking, like, is that just going to get abandoned at some point, or will just nobody ever use it? And I don't know, probably that, really. So I used to be quite happy just to sort of, like, if I had a few spare USDT, I'd just buy a bit of EGLD with it, and now I'm not so sure anymore. So
I can't see it doing anything. I mean, it might get dragged up, with the rest of the market. But I think that's probably one where over the next, 1 to 2 years, it'll be one of them when someone mentions it, you'll be like, bloody hell, do you remember that? And it will just sort of fade into the abyss.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. No, but you could still sell yours if you want to, can't you? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
totally, yeah.
Yeah, I doubt you'll still be holding it by that time comes, because there comes a point where you just have to cut things, don't you?
I mean, the other problem with that is I've got these I've got a kind of liquidity farm, where I've got like a liquidity pair made out of this stuff called XMAX, which is their DeFi exchange token.
Yeah.
XMAX and eGold, and because it's a liquidity pair, and the price of like MEX has gone down so much, it's basically like gobbled up all the EGLD in there. So now it's just the farm's not worth that much, and it's producing this token called XMAX, which in its nature, when it's produced from your farm, it's locked for 4 years.
Oh my God.
So it's locked for 4 years, right? So my first XMAX starts unlocking in October 2027, which sounds like a hell of a long way away. But you can actually unlock it, right? And you have to pay like a 80% fee for unlocking it early if there's 4 years left. And like a year ago, I was thinking, well, that's bloody crazy. Who the hell's going to do that? No one's going to pay 80%. But guess what? A year later, if I'd have done that, I'd have been better off. So
yeah,
it's just really hard to see into the future with things like that. It's like, I don't know. I think there's so much competition for like everything these days.
There's too many tokens, not enough capital. That's exactly what it is. We've got Wiz saying ETH February returns are traditionally very good. And I'm sorry to say this, mate, but Justin's just put in he's mega short on gold, on e-gold, and he's not even joking.
Right.
So, same with crypto's just off to sell all his e-gold at the moment.
Yeah, just go off and end it all. Right, that's it. No more streams from me.
Yeah. Do you know what the thing with that is? The thing with I'm going to call it Elrond because I really hate the name that they rebranded to. I don't like it at all. And I think that's probably part of the problem, is that people don't want to say that they're using a chain called Multiverse X.
No.
But in terms of the tech and the way that the network is built, it is built to be the Solana rival. It's extremely cheap to use. It's very, very fast. It's scalable. You could handle the influx of users that Solana has. It's just the people that are running it. They've not took it as though, hang on, we are a Solana competitor. Let's try and get all these meme coins over here. Let's advertise like we're Solana. Let's put all these events on like we're Solana. Don't see any of that. But in terms of the actual network and stuff like that, it could do what Solana does. They've just not gone the way of trying to get people onto the chain like Solana did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a shame, but that's the way that the market goes, isn't it? There's winners and losers.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Tech-wise, it's brilliant. It's like fast. It's scalable.
Everything looks nice as well, doesn't it? Like export, or the wallet looks very nice.
Yeah,
it's
transaction fees.
Bleeding, yeah,
transaction fees are nothing.
Yeah, they just didn't go the route of trying to be the Solana competitor. I don't really know what the plan was, to be honest. I think that the problem with them was, I think they focused too much on it trying to actually do something, like when people talk about, crypto's going to do this and it's going to do that. I think they focused too much on actually trying to get the real world use case out of it, didn't they? In terms of like it being for real world payments and companies using it to transfer funds and stuff like that. They went sort of that route instead of saying, hang on, let's just get as many people using the chain as possible.
Yeah. I tell you what, we're talking about apps and stuff like that. I think a lot of these people, companies and stuff who bringing out apps to do with crypto and stuff. I think the one thing they're missing is like making them attractive to normal people, like people who might not know about crypto. Because, like for example, X Portal that you just mentioned. I mean, who the hell would use that apart from someone like me? I mean, I don't know anyone. And I'll give you a really good example, actually. I had a problem at the weekend because I wanted to top up my crypto.com card. I wanted to put like $3,000 on it, and my Santander bank like stopped it. So I kind of rang them up and I said, "What's the problem with this then? I put money in there all the time." And they said, "Well, there's a $1,000 limit on what you can on what you can pay to these people because it's crypto related."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, okay. Well, can I top it up with $1,000?" And he said, "No, because you've tried to do it for $3,000 and it's hit the limit."
Yeah.
And I said, "But it didn't go through." And they said, "Oh." And so I wanted to pay for a holiday, like a summer holiday,
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, you'll have to go into the branch and take some ID in." And I thought, well, they know who I am, right? Anyway, but I wanted to talk to him about something else as well. So I actually arranged an actual appointment with with a woman there that I'd seen before. So I thought, if I can get to see her, that'd be really good. And so I phoned up and said, "Can I speak to Pippa?" And they said, "Yeah, that's fine." So I went in there and I met her, and we were talking about other things like junior ISAs and stuff like that. And I said, "Oh, by the way, can you help me with this as well?" And I explained what had happened with this hitting the crypto limit,
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, well, what are you doing with it? Are you buying crypto with it?" I said, "Well, not really, actually." I said, I use this app, and I got my crypto.com app. And she sort of looked at it, and I said, "Well, basically, that works with this card." And I showed her my card. I said, "I basically want to put $3,000 on there so that I can pay for a holiday on booking.com and get 3% back." And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't seem like an outrageous use of your own money."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, damn right, Anyway, so she got on the phone to the fraud squad, and said, like, Mr. Saber Crypto is trying to do this, and can you help him? And they said, "Oh, well, he's reached his limit," and all that sort of thing. Anyway, so we eventually convinced them to sort of let me do the $3,000 that I'm supposed to be able to do in January. So I actually did that while I was in the branch, So the woman did it from my account to the crypto.com bank, did that on her screen there, and I had my phone out there, and I was like, "Yeah, that's gone in there," and I said, "Okay." So she said, "Oh, what can you do with that now?" And I said, "Well, I can top the card up," and I sort of went top up card, and I said, "There you go. The balance of the card is now 3,000 whatever pounds,"
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, that's neat, isn't it?" And she actually said, "That app looks really nice. It looks easy to use." And I said, "It is."
Yeah.
And I think that's what you want, because she knew nothing about crypto or anything, But I think the idea of like an app that doesn't scare people, especially when you call it X Portal, like
Yeah. It sounds like a game or something, doesn't it?
No, I know. And anyway, so I don't know. I think all these companies, and I suppose like Plutus, I suppose they. I don't know. I don't really know about them, but I don't know. But like, I think they need. I think normal people need to be gradually exposed to the crypto world, just so it becomes normal, and people think, "Oh, Bitcoin's down a bit today. Maybe I'll buy some," that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And yeah. Anyway, that's me talking about.
So obviously with that, did the bank stop you transferring your money out your account completely, or was it just because it was going to crypto.com?
They stopped me transferring it to anywhere that involved crypto.
Because you can I know we've discussed it on here previously, but I don't think they probably would have stopped you sending it to Revolut. And then you can go from Revolut then to crypto.com.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's because I never use. So I use Revolut as a go-between from exchanges and my traditional bank, because Revolut's a neobank. I know it offers crypto services and that, but it's technically a neobank. So I never send money from a traditional bank into an exchange or back. I always go bank, Revolut, exchange, and then if I'm taking money out, exchange, Revolut, bank.
Okay, and they're okay, are they?
Revolut, yeah, fine. I've never had a problem with them.
Because I used them years ago, and I'm sure they
do get a bit of negative. I think they do get a bit of negativity and stuff like that. But that's only, in my experience of hearing that, it's only people who've held like money or assets on there, not just as in like in and out. Do you know what I mean?
What wasn't there something where you could sort of buy Bitcoin, but you couldn't sell it or something? Or no, you could buy it.
So you could buy it on there, but I don't think you could ever transfer it out. But now you can.
Okay.
And you can actually send crypto to it, to be fair, as well now. I did a tester one time of, I think it was Solana. I just deposited Solana, and it took a while. It took like an hour. So I'm guessing that, like, the services for it are quite slow, but it does work. But yeah, just try that. Open a Revolut account.
Okay.
And use that. Try that as you go between. That's what I do anyway.
Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Right.
Yeah. Have a look.
Thanks for that. Yeah, because I did have an account years ago, but I closed it down for some reason. I think it was because you couldn't withdraw crypto.
Let me see if they've got one of them things on, because sometimes they have an offer on where if you refer someone, you both get like 50 quid or something.
Okay. If anyone's got
I'll have a look to see if I've got anything on mine now. Let me see. But yeah, sometimes they have that on where, yeah, like say if someone signs up with your link, then you both get 50 quid.
I just wonder if it'll work with me, because I've had an account before. There again, that was when I lived in France. So
yeah, well, maybe
might have been something completely different. I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, they do have something on. I'll send you it. Let's see. Let's see.
Richard's saying Elrond have X money and X is going to launch X money. No, and Elrond have X money and X is going to launch X money. Oh, you mean X like as in Twitter? I don't know. I doubt it. That'd be good though if it did.
Yeah, but yeah, I would have a look at that for sure.
All right, cool.
Let's see, what have we got? We got Richard saying he dumped half his e-gold and never looked back because he rotated into Sui. Well, that was a good choice, weren't it, at the time? When you put money/crypto on your crypto card, do they inform the bank? Says Sean. I don't think they would they? Crypto.com. They wouldn't inform your bank, would they? If you just put in. No. Just remember, obviously, you are using a centralized exchange there, though, as well. It's not like it's a DeFi card. Elrond have X money, and X is going to launch X money. I did see something about this. Yeah, I did see something about this. I don't know what is going to happen with that. Maybe that's a catalyst for Elrond. I don't know.
I think that's just. I don't know. I mean, I know that the boss of Elrond's been over in States doing stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, there was a photo of him with Elon Musk, and I think it was fake. I'm not sure, because I think if anything, they've just got a dispute over the trademark.
Yeah,
I can't imagine Musk sort of wanting to use a Romanian company.
No, I think he'd probably just rather use Doge, wouldn't he, or make his own? Because you could use Dogecoin as the network.
Yeah,
you could do that. So we've got a couple here. No, but what UK ones have your IBAN. You can now withdraw crypto now on Revolut. Yeah. Did I hear DeFi cards? One card that I actually want to have a look at is the Zig card. The Zig card apparently is really good.
Zig,
yeah. We could go and have a look at that in a minute, actually. Anything transferred over $5,000 by UK citizens is reported to HMRC by law if they are operating in the UK. So that's an interesting fact by Crypto Bro there.
Yeah. I think I knew that.
So yeah, interesting there. But yeah, good discussion for sure. Let me go and find this Zig card, and then we can have a look at that.
Shall I?
But you just, I don't know. Well, let's pull something else up on the chart, I suppose, can't we?
I'm actually looking at Chippy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, so here we go. Well, I'll just share you don't need to remove your screen, mate. I can just change mine over here.
Okay.
So here we go. So I've got it open here. So I've just been on Zig Chain. So you will have heard of Zig Chain. It's the ticker Zig. And I've just gone on the website, and this is it. So Zig card. So yeah, so you sign up with your email by the looks of it. And yeah, spend crypto anywhere, premium card design, manage from one app. Zig Chain. Download mobile and pay app to manage your card balance, top up with crypto. So yeah, seems good. I don't know if it's fully decentralized. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, it says decentralized. So I don't know about the card, but I mean, I'm gonna have a go of it for sure. I'm gonna go and get that actually today. I've been meaning to do it for ages, and I've just never got around to it. But I'm gonna go and get it, and I mean, for those of you that want me to maybe give it a review, I'll give it a review. But it seems like it's good. I'm going to download that app as well today.
Do we know where they're based?
I have no idea, to be honest. No.
Because the only thing I've seen is quite a lot of these things. I mean, regardless of where you are, they all seem to happen in euros.
Yeah, I have no idea where Zig's based, to be honest. But I have seen a lot of people saying that they use it.
Okay.
I'll let your screen back now, mate. There we go.
Is that me back, is it?
Yeah, that's you back.
I should probably look at something someone's interested in, shouldn't I?
Yeah, what should we have a look at? But yeah, that whole discussion is very interesting, isn't it? It's a very interesting discussion.
Yeah, well, it is because, at the end of the day, that's we're actually here to make some money and spend it, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's what we all want. Is Zig South African? I have no idea. Someone find out. Everyone who's in the chat, go do your digging and let us know. But I'm going to try that card anyway because you can send crypto into it, so easy enough by the looks of it. And I'll download it today and I'll let you all know tomorrow. Don't know if I'll get a chance to use the card before tomorrow, but we'll see what it's like anyway. Maybe that's one where, well, I assume that you can add it to your Apple Pay or something if it's like an online virtual card.
All right.
You must be able to add it to your Apple Pay. If not, I'll put it on the Curve card.
Yeah. That Curve thing. I'm still using that. Yeah, it's cool.
Have you been using it with your Crypto.com card?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, very handy, isn't it? Very handy.
Well, it's nice to just walk out the house with just your phone and that's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't need your wallet.
Big Ads says, afternoon, good afternoon to you, Big Ads. But what's your opinion on Sonic, previously FTM? Should we have a look at Sonic? I believe the ticker's just S in it. SUSDT.
Oh, wow.
Previously FTM. I think it's just S in it. I'm sure it's just S. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, S. SUSDT. My opinion is it's gone horrendously, hasn't it? FTM used to be quite a good volatile coin for up and down. But now, I mean, it's just been down only since the rebrand, hasn't it? It's been pretty horrendous.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing with this is is that I believe they changed the tokenomics to where FTM had a hard cap. I believe this now the team can just print as much as they want. Now, there's probably obviously some terms around that and stuff like that, but I don't believe there's a hard cap on it, Sonic now. But I suppose it's just like it's a new chart, and we've not really got anything to go off.
I'm keeping you up, mate.
Yeah, you're keeping me up. But yeah, there's obviously no price history or anything to go off, so it's difficult. It's difficult with Sonic.
Yeah, I mean that's just since Thursday. Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually know. Do you know of any rebrands that have actually worked? I can't.
No. Do you know what? I don't think I do.
It always goes terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah. What? I think Arve's went quite well. Arve used to be known as something else. Okay. I can't remember what it was called before Arve. But obviously that rebranded at a time when crypto was quite small anyway. So obviously it just got swept up, with the rest of it, that everything got pumped. But I mean, it's still around and it's still quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Arve, I can't think of any others. I don't know. Borg rebranded, didn't it? Borg used to be was it CHSB, something like that?
Yeah, CHSB, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's done okay, but it's not back to where it was. But I think it'll be all right. Yeah, not really a lot I can say about the Sonic thing, really.
It needs to find a base. That's all. Find a base where it accumulates, and then maybe we get a pump on it. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that infinite supply though. That's
I don't know what the mechanism is behind it or what are the terms or anything, but I do believe that instead of having a hard cap, there is now room for the team to just mint tokens, I believe. So we'll see anyway. But it's gone horrendously. It's gone horrendously. So the team I did see on Twitter before though, the team did buy back a couple million either today or yesterday. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really it's not really doing much, is it?
Not really, no.
So
I'm not surprised they bought a load back though, because it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, if it doubles in price, they've just made a couple million, haven't they?
Yeah. God, I actually made a little bit of money with Melania last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, not a lot, but it's one of them things where I thought, right, it's found a bottom, and then I thought it'll go up now, and it bloody didn't. It went down, and then I thought, well, I'll hang on to this. It was only a 2x leverage trade, and I eventually got out with $50.
Yeah.
I thought, right, I'm not doing that ever again. But yeah, stupid, really.
Yeah, I've been trying to have a go with it, but I've not left the trades open. Richard says Matic to Paul. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's gone very well either so far. But I suppose it's the market in it as well that it's caught up in. Vexed apparently just rocketed 130%, whatever Vexed is.
Vexed?
Yeah, VEXT. And I'm guessing this is breaking news that Trump is looking to launch a fintech app called TruthFi. Let's see what Trump's doing. It's had a little bit of absorption, so I'm guessing that's from the news. Unless it's from... Yeah, I don't know. It's had a little bit of... It's not really done much based on that, but I'm guessing the Trump coin will play a part in that fintech app. So maybe we get more details on that soon. I don't know. Oh, God.
What is this? What is this thing?
Oh, here we go as well. Some more breaking news for you. Trump's campaign manager is set to join Coinbase as an advisor. So it seems like the Trump team are really getting in everywhere.
Okay. So Trump looking to launch a fintech app. What do you reckon that'll do then? TruthFi.
I don't know, to be honest. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it needs to be something that is attractive to the US population. And what's the polite way of saying this? So I think it needs to be quite simple. It needs to be something that's easy to use and not confusing. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, really. What would that do? That would be, say, you can, don't know, I suppose same as Coinbase, whatever that does. What does the actual Coinbase app do? Does that just, same as crypto.com sort of thing?
What, the Coinbase app?
Yeah, you've got that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just an exchange. Deposit, withdraw, buy and sell, hold things on there.
Okay, you got a card with that, have you?
You can get a Coinbase card. Yeah, I do have the Coinbase card. Yeah, but you don't get any cash back or anything like that with it. The problem with Coinbase now this has happened to me twice in the past week or two, is where I've deposited on there and it's telling you to tell them where the cryptos come from. So I had to go on again this morning after I deposited something, and it says who sent it in. So obviously me, and where it's come from. So another exchange or a software wallet. So it looks like they're collecting data now. So obviously they'll know that wallet that I've sent it in from is mine. I mean, they would know that anyway, but obviously they want you to confirm it. So it looks like they're collecting data for whoever. So I need to swap back over to Swissborg because I've not heard anyone say that Swissborg has asked that yet.
No.
So yeah, we'll see anyway. Oh, let's have a look at DJT, the stock. Apparently it's up pre-market on that news. Which says,
what's it called? DJT.
Yeah, the actual stock.
Oh, see.
No, that's
okay.
no, that's Trump coin. If you go on all, yeah, there it is, Trump Media. Yeah. Apparently Zig is based in South Africa. Adam Russell says so. There we go.
Okay.
I was going to say, Crypto Nate, I'm still able to deposit and withdraw USDC on Solana, so it must just be maybe a Canadian thing. I don't know. It's up pre-market. It's up massively. Yeah, it's up. What's that? About 15%, something like that. Pre-market.
From
so where it closed yesterday, the white line. No, so go from the white line there up towards that orange line. Where on the right hand side, it says pre.
Hang on.
So from the white line, where it's got the price action, yeah. So from there up towards, you see that? Yeah, there, that orange line. That's the pre-market price. Bit higher. The next one up.
Oh, up there. Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah.
sorry. Well, hang on.
Yeah, so it's rocketing, isn't it? It's rocketing.
All right, I didn't. Oh,
there we go. 17%. Yeah, 17%. Interesting times. I wonder if Trump coined. It wasn't doing much when I looked at it then. Let's see. What's it doing now? Nothing really. It's not really had much of an effect on Trump coin.
Well, that's not really a surprise, is it?
No, not really. Is there? I'm just going to have to go to the toilet. Is there anything that you want to go through with the chat while I'm gone?
Just having a look, really. I'm just looking at the Vexed thing, actually. Should we? I might have a little. I'll have a look at Vexed. See what that's about. Hang on a sec.
Yeah. I'll just be back in a couple of minutes. It won't be long.
Okay.
Make sure we're giving some support to Say with Crypto in the chat. Give him some conversation or whatever it is. that is on your minds. I won't be.
Okay, so a notice to users in the UK: the Vexed app is temporarily unavailable to UK users as we work on several important updates. During this time, no new UK users will be able to access our services. Blah blah blah. That isn't always a bad thing, actually, because I quite like it where things aren't available in the UK and all of a sudden they are, and then they do quite well. So yeah, so just have a look at the chat. So Scotty says Vex is a gamer coin. Okay, and hang on, Vexed just rocket 130%. Let's have a look. So I'll go over to Vexed. That's crypto. That is an insane pump, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what to say really. Have we missed it? What was the past? Oh, okay. So in the past, it's been really high, isn't it? Well, fairly high. Okay, this does look like a typical TMG type coin where he's found something that's been really good once, and then now it's down a lot. And that recent pump is quite small compared to how it's been. That's amazing. That's so that was down. So it was down 88%. Oh, amazing. So who's trading this then? Let's have a look. Okay, I see. Richard's saying Vex is massive. Jordan called it last year. Motor racing ties. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Crypto Nate saying Coinbase stop allowing sending USDC on Sol. So I'll stop using them now. I'm in Canada though. Yeah, okay. Okay. Bro, Arnad says, bro, OP, TF, fundamental, and TA. Okay. I'm rubbish at fundamentals and TA, but let's have a look at OP anyway. I did look at this earlier actually because it was looking quite juicy, but did I dream that? Let's have a look. So optimism, this isn't it? And with a lot of these things, I'm always waiting for the green background on Stonksy, and at the moment I'm not seeing that yet. So I would hope for some price upwards there at some point, but I don't know when. Let's have a look where it's been. Although is that just one great big head and shoulders? That would be a shame if it was. I think maybe we're looking too far back there. That's going back to 2023. I think with that one, I would put Stonksy on the 1 hour. I would set a alert for when it goes green, or at least when it goes to a background change. Oops. Goes to a background change, and at that point I would probably think about longing it, but I wouldn't do that until then. What was the other coin you mentioned? Tia. That's Celestia, isn't it? Tia. Okay. Pretty much the same with Tia. I'm pretty much the same with Tia as well, to be honest. The problem is these alts are all down quite a lot, while Bitcoin doesn't really know what it's doing, isn't it? And Ethereum is looking bad as well. Although I don't know how long we can use Ethereum as a kind of measure of the altcoin market, to be honest. It's almost becoming a bit irrelevant now, isn't it? Where's Devolt saying short it? What are you? Oh, you're talking about the DJT thing, are you? Velocimedia. Was that what Vexed is? Okay. Velocimedia, I suppose. Speed media makes sense. Apps all good with VPN Vexed. Oh, okay. Yeah. At the moment, I have not got a VPN on. Actually, I normally have on the stream. I normally got one set to Portugal, but at the moment it's not on. So that's probably why that happened. Let me see if I can put a VPN on and change it.
Hello, mate. I'm back now.
All right, I'm just mumbling to myself about VPNs and stuff like that.
Yeah, apologies for the delay. I just had to sort the chicken out I've got in the oven. Doing roast chicken tonight, so just had to see where it was up to. I can't remember, the problem is I can't remember what time I put it in, but I think it's approaching the time when it's meant to be ready. Let me just set. Let me try and figure out when I put it in. But you're on about VPNs, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's just no. I've normally got my VPN on Portugal, which is why I couldn't see that Vex thing.
Right.
So I'm just changing it.
It's a good job I actually went to the toilet then, because I completely forgot about that chicken. So I'd have come off stream and I'd have had charcoal chicken, which wouldn't have been very good, really.
What do you mean?
Well, it would have been black by the time I come off stream. It would have been well overcooked.
Oh, your chicken?
Yeah, my chicken, yeah. What's been going on in the chat? But yeah, what VPN did you say you use?
Oh, I use NordVPN. I mean, the only reason I use that is it was one of those Black Friday offers where it was, if you bought it for like 3 years, it was about like £1 a month or something, so it just made sense to buy it for 3 years,
I use Surfshark personally.
I know you do.
How do you know?
No, you told me before.
The
only thing I've noticed, is right. So I was trying to get some sign-ups on a different exchange, and it was one where you got a bonus, right? And there was somebody who first of all said I didn't get my bonus, and it turns out that he'd made 3 different accounts, all with the same IP address, right?
Yeah.
And so the exchange said, "Oh, we're not going to pay out for that because he, it's the same person 3 times." Fair enough. And then somebody else who actually know, they tried it as well.
Yeah.
And they were using Surfshark,
Right.
in Dubai, and it said, and basically like the exchange identified them as using the same IP address multiple times, right? Now the only way I could work out how that could happen, because I kind of trust the guy not to sort of try and game the system, I just wonder if it kind of reuses a lot of IP addresses over and over again, like Surfshark. If it's got like only a certain amount of IP addresses, do you think that could be the case or not?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because it didn't seem to make sense why they said no, he's used that IP address multiple times, with different email addresses, and And I don't know, but I know with some VPNs you can pay more for like a dedicated IP address for a certain country, but most people don't do that, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've never noticed that with, or have I? I don't know. I mean, if I connect to Portugal, it always says Lisbon and then has an IP address, and maybe it is the same one. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really know actually, but the only thing is the only people I know who've had a problem with that have been using Surfshark. That's all I know. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually connected to that Portugal, and I can't seem to get the Vexed token back up. It still thinks I'm in the UK. It's obviously set a cookie, isn't it?
It must have, yeah. So you'd have to clear your cache, wouldn't you?
Yeah, which I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
It's horrible, horrible when you do that, isn't it? Because loads of things don't work properly. Anyway, where was I? I was just having a look at Tia Celestia. That's as low as it has been, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are in the same position, aren't they?
They are. That's what I said when you were flipping your chicken. Yeah. I don't think there's not much we can do trading wise today, you know, until we know about the FOMC thing. I think. I don't think, unless anyone's got any good ideas.
Yeah, if anyone's got any topic or anything that they want discussing, let us know.
Actually, I just realised the time. It's 5 to 2. How did that happen?
I know, yeah. So I think maybe what we could look at is what do you think we should look at?
I don't know. I really want Bitcoin to do something.
Yeah.
But it's just not doing anything, is it? Come on. Do something. Actually, normally when you say that, it normally drops 10 grand, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think maybe we could go and have a look at should we have a look at the high time frame for maybe let's go and have a look at Nvidia. We'll have a look at the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
We could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah, sure.
We could do that.
How high do you want to go?
Go to weekly chart, shall we?
Okay. Right. Well, Stonksy said buy Nvidia in January 2023.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
So if you'd have done that, you'd be
10x up.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's not bad at all.
I didn't realize it had done actually that. I knew it was doing really well, but I didn't realize it was that much.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? It's wild what it's done. I mean, the fact that it was like $3-4 just 5.5 years ago is crazy, isn't it?
So what are your big seven? You got Nvidia,
Apple, Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet. I think I've missed one off. No, I think that's all in a minute. Yeah, Amazon. I can't remember if I said Amazon or not. Yeah, okay. That's all of them.
Yeah. Basically, if you just Yeah, I mean, so when did Tesla? So Tesla went down from November 21. Oh, that was just the bear market, wasn't
it? Let's see.
Like November 21 was start of the bear market, wasn't
it? Yeah. I don't think Tesla did it get hit as hard as everything else. I can't remember.
What, recently?
No, during that time, I can't remember. Wiz is very bullish on Peak. Oh, we have looked at Peak on stream a few times.
What is it?
Peak is a crypto, I think. Yeah, like Q instead of a K.
PAQ.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, might have to go a bit, go out a bit. Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
The thing is, you go on most alts and they all look the same at the moment, don't they? They've all been, you know, significantly chopped over the past like few weeks.
They do, don't they? However, this is green on the Stonksy, but it. So I never quite know when I look at something and it's green on Stonksy, but it's kind of back at where it entered, you know.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it means it's going to go up, but you know, if you look back in the past, did it do that? I think you have to do that with Stonksy, don't you? You have to think, oh, how does it actually treat that particular asset? You know, obviously you got good ones. You got good ones like that one there. That one there was okay. And you got, I mean, in a way, this one's actually better on the drops, isn't it? Looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I can see why you're bullish on that.
Yeah, it looks. I know we've looked at it before. We've definitely looked at this before on stream a few times. I think when Wiz has mentioned it. I think Wiz had a good idea the other day. He said that I should do on stream. You know, like Kramer has his like, what do they call it? Like lightning round or something like that, innit? You know, when he goes like, people have asked him about stocks and he'll go on and say if it's a buy or a sell. I mean, the thing is, a lot of alts are at the point where, you know, they're at such a discount. As long as they're not complete trash.
Yeah. Who's that who does that?
Jim Cramer.
Oh, okay.
Is it called like lightning round or what's it called, Wiz? It's like is it called lightning round or something like that? I can't remember. But it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. Maybe we do that a few times a week on stream. And I could sort of collect alts for the day after or something. To do that. What I need to do is I need to really up my sort of production. So I'd need to get like some borders done and stuff like that, you know, to make it proper. Maybe get some. You need the soundboard. Yeah, I'd need to get loads. I need to get loads sorted. So I'm gonna have a look at doing that. I need to really like. I need to get some rubber chickens and big hammers. Yeah, I'm gonna up production massively once I get my setup done. So, like I explained yesterday, you know, I've got another desk coming, which then I can sort out my setup properly, because I can make my desk into an L shape. Then I can sort my desk up. I can get the foam on the back, stuff like that, and then I'll start working on production. So I can have like a bell for US Open. I think some rubber chickens and big hammers and stuff like that. And I really need to work on obviously like the visual aspect. So like getting some. What I want to turn it into is a show. Do you remember like how BitBoy used to do his show?
Yeah.
And he'd have like sort of the frame around him and stuff like that. I want to turn it into like a really good crypto show. But yeah, like having sort of things like that would be really good. Just need to figure out how to do it all because I've got this far, obviously streaming. I just don't know how to do the rest of it at the moment, so I'll have to figure it out. But
Okay.
that's my goal, to sort of turn it into like a really, really good, daily crypto show, where obviously we do cover this, but then we look at news, we look at other stuff. We could do like the Jim Crammer lightning round thing, loads of stuff. That's my goal in my head. But first stop is obviously getting the setup redone, and then moving on to production.
Okay. Nice. So when you say border, you mean like like with your? What do you mean with
Like, let me get it up. I'll get it up for you. So like BitBoy. Did you ever watch BitBoy shows?
I think so. It was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. So like, let me see if he still does it. Let's see if he does it.
Check this out. Take any.
Hang on. Let me turn that off. Let me see, because obviously I'm guessing that this is his new. I don't watch him anymore, so I'm guessing this is his new thing. Yeah. So like this. So I'll just share. Hang on. I'll just share I'll swap my screen over. So like this. But like when it was like obviously BitBoy Crypto, it used to have like stuff like this. But I don't like, so as you can see here, you know how he's got like topics here.
Oh right, yeah.
He'll be on one, and he'll move it down, and then this will go like sort of more faint. I don't know, like it's just up in production in it. But yeah, something like this would be good. I need to get I need to get sort of on it. The old, if you could get, I don't know if the old videos would be still on here.
Oh, what, the old BitBoy ones?
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Where is there any old videos?
Yeah, it's probably good if you stick your QR codes up to shield your exchanges and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. The old videos are actually, I used to watch them all the time when I first got into crypto. They were actually really good shows. I'd look at that one. That one's from 6 years ago. Discover Crypto. Let's have a look at this. Discover Crypto, was that? Oh no, that's the one that they've took off him, innit? That used to be BitBoy Crypto. Anyway, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so sort of just make it more like into a show is what is my aim anyway. That's my aim. I'll stick your screen back on, mate.
Yeah, I'm not really doing much. I'm just flipping.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 25 minutes until US Open, haven't we?
Okay. Could I disappear for 10 minutes and come back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Do you want me to? I'll just leave the screen as it is, shall I? And you just take it over.
Yeah, I'll put my screen on, mate.
Yeah, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. You come back when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You're left with me now again. What should we look at? Let me just mute Save Crypto's mic a sec. You need the soundboard. What do you mean? The soundboard. That's not his. Yeah. So his original channel was Discover Crypto, and then it was BitBoy Crypto, and then he renamed it Discover Crypto. DS has said something very interesting. I think we can all guess what he meant by that. Hello to you, DS. You could probably do a similar show with CSE members competing for points. Yeah, I think it would just be interesting. It would just be good to turn it into like a show. I just need to work on how I get there. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I've got this far, but in terms of like actually like sort of managing the stream, in terms of changing. To be fair, I can change the background, fine. The changing the background actually wouldn't even be that much of a task. Just need to make it more seamless. But in terms of today, what we're going to get, I have no idea. Let's see what Virtual's done. So Virtual, to be fair, I mean, it's retraced a lot, hasn't it? It's retraced over 50% by now. But it is coming, obviously, back into this region. which is an interesting point, isn't it? It's an interesting point, this zone. Yeah. What do we think on virtual? Do you think it goes any lower? I think if it dipped into here, this would be a good buy. I think if we got a little bit lower, that would be sort of a good movement for it. So yeah. Do you know what? Coinbase are doing the same. Coinbase are doing the exact same. Check Vine and Spell. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so this is a very new coin. I doubt there's going to be very much I can say about this. There's nothing really I can say about this. I have no idea what it is or what it does, and it's very new. So we've not really got much price action to go off. So, yeah, there's not really much I can add to it, to be honest. I mean, obviously, you know, it looks like it found, you know, some support, obviously, down here this week. Apart from that, there's nothing really much else I can say. Spell. Oh, Spell's done very well, hasn't it? Oh, wow, look at that. What a run that's been on. Just in January as well, it's done 158%. Very good. If you got into this, my friend, very well done. Very well done to you. Let's see what it's done on the high time frame. Oh, okay. Okay, so things just got a little bit more interesting, didn't it? Things got a little bit more interesting for this because it looks like it's obviously trying to break out. As you can see, let me just turn Stonksy off for a second. We are testing at the moment, obviously, weekly resistance. Now, it does need to obviously break out first, otherwise this will just be another rejection and then likely retracement. But we are testing weekly resistance on Spell. Now, if we do break out and we get a clean breakout, then it's probably got a few more multiples in it to go. Obviously, you know, first stop would sort of obviously be this sort of region here. When we come down, found some low time frame support. And then obviously come up and then rejected off up here. So this sort of region would probably be next, which would be another nice pump for it. But yeah, it needs to break out first. It needs to break out. And at the moment, it's not looking like it's breaking out on this weekly candle anyway. But that's a very interesting chart, my friend. I've got a feeling we're going to witness a delayed bull run to catch everyone out. Just when people are thinking bear market in Q2, then suddenly whole market sends. Maybe. Maybe. Heart. 1 billion USDT just minted. Very good. What about Sonnet? We covered Sonnet before. It looks like art. DS is the whole short of it. It needs to find some sort of structural base where it's then going to launch a reversal from. At the moment, there is nothing to suggest that it's building a base. We need to see that sort of bottoming phase on it. At the moment, it looks like complete arse. Is the long and short of it. Boiled chicken. Oh, not you again. Here is your friend ICT back with the delicious exotic dishes. Yeah, that was vile. If anyone who doesn't know, ICT likes to eat boiled chicken, which I can't imagine anyone else in the chat likes boiled chicken. I'm just getting a drink. Delicious. Nice one. You're welcome, my friend. Gov will use AI to shaft us. Yeah, probably. Well, that's it. It's collecting data in it. I mean, the thing is, if your account receives some crypto, the likelihood is it's yours, in it. You know, but you could always turn around and say, it wasn't me that sent that in there. But if they make you say that's mine, then they can then put it down and say, right, that's his wallet. That's why. So what I personally do is, and there's nothing illegal about this at all. There's nothing illegal about doing this. What I personally do is, when I send money to an exchange, and I mean a centralized exchange, so not BLOFIN. BLOFIN's the best crypto exchange out there because it's non-KYC. So if you want to sign up to that, the link's in the description, and I'll put it in the chat now. It's where obviously I use to do all my trading on stream. It's where we recommend as Stonksy to obviously do your spot and futures trading. But if I'm sending anything to, say, Coinbase or another centralized exchange that I am then looking to withdraw to my bank, I always make sure that it's with a wallet that's not linked to any other wallet that, in theory, complete theory, I wouldn't want then connected to that centralized exchange. So just as an example, if I was looking to withdraw some money from Coinbase, I would withdraw it from BLOFIN to a wallet that I would just use to then send money to Coinbase, and then it wouldn't then go to any of my other wallets. How do you ensure no link or trace? That's the only thing you can do, is pretty much, unless you're using a mixer, is non-KYC to a software wallet to an exchange. But I'm not telling you to do anything illegal or anything. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that's what I do. That's the best you're going to get, unless you use a mixer. Again, not for any ill-gotten purposes or anything like that. But that's just what I do. But then when they ask, yeah, and then then you just say, yeah, that's my wallet. But then that wallet has only received things from, say, BLOFIN, and then that's it. But then they can't go, well, what are you getting from BLOFIN? Because they're not going to ask you that. All they're going to say is that your wallet, and you just say, yeah. Can you just cash out and leave the UK permanently? You can do. They might try and come after you if they believe you've not paid any capital gains. But I suppose you're free to do whatever you want in this world, aren't you? You can do that if you want to. But the issue is, what are you going to cash out to? Now, if you're cashing out into UK bank accounts, that's a risk, because if you're just then going to flee and then all your money's in a UK bank account, you know what I mean? If you're going to leave it in crypto, go to somewhere, say Dubai, get residency, open a Dubai bank account, and then cash it out into Dubai bank account, then I suppose that's one way. Are there any mixers left operating? I think there probably is. Saber Crypto, you're unmuted now, mate.
Hello. Sorry about that.
The UK has leaving tax, is my understanding. Yeah, I think that guy basically was asking me, though, can he just cash out his crypto and just leave? I assume is what he was saying. I get the feeling he probably doesn't want to pay any tax. So I suppose, I mean, you can tell him what he could do. I'm not suggesting that you do that.
I was quite into Jordan's idea, actually. Did you, where you fly to Dubai, then you buy a bunch of Rolex watches with crypto,
yeah,
and then come back to the UK and stick them on eBay,
yeah,
and sell the Rolexes, and
yeah,
and you lose about 5% doing that, but it's better than paying whatever it is in capital gains tax, you know.
Do you reckon they'd try and pull you up, though?
For what?
Well, you have. So, like, I mean, I don't think they probably would. But, you know, typically you walk through declare or nothing to declare, don't you?
Yeah, but that's all right. It's just a bunch of watches. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure people do that all the time. You know.
Well, the thing, yeah, I suppose the thing is that your bag. Say, I'm not talking about your carry-on bag. I'm on about the actual bag. To be fair, that's scanned in Dubai, isn't it? It's not scanned again when it gets back to the UK.
Yeah. But
so,
I mean, so what? Anyway, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
all they'd see is a bunch. You don't have to have that many, do you? I mean, Jordan TMG he was saying he wandered through the from a flight with $500,000 worth of Rolex watches, and no one said anything.
Yeah.
So there is that. That's one way of doing it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. What's a mixer? So a mixer, it was like Tornado Cash, where you could send crypto into it, and then when it would come out the other side, you wouldn't be able to tell where it had been sent from.
Yeah.
So it would sort of mix. It does what it says. It mixes up the transaction. So, say you've got one wallet, you put it through a mixer, it comes into another wallet, but then your two wallets then wouldn't be related for that transaction. The actual technical of how it works, and that I'm not too sure about because I've never looked that deeply into it. But that's what Tornado Cash was. I've never used one. But it's a good discussion for sure. To say you're a watch trader, maybe say some customs, pay some customs. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting thing. The thing with cashing out and never coming back is you have to have a plan of where you're going to move your money. Because say, for instance, you cash out a couple of $100,000 into UK bank accounts, that is straight away going to be flagged up. This guy's withdrawn this amount, from these crypto exchanges into his bank. That's going to be flagged to HMRC. Now, if you've not moved your cash fast enough or, whatever in that time, you could potentially, maybe they'll freeze your banks or something like that. I don't know. So you have to have some sort of plan. I've told you what a mixer is. I've just said it. ICT, what's up? Yeah, I've literally just explained what a mixer is. You understood that, didn't you, say, with crypto?
I did, yeah. And
so if you've not been listening to ICT and you want to know, bloody rewind a couple minutes. God, this guy eats boiled chicken. What do you expect? Hey, James, how you doing? Great to see you, mate. If you have just joined the stream, make sure you drop a like on it. And I'm about to send the stream. I was gonna might retweet it on Jordan's account. Last time I did that, we got 5,000 views on X. Then
did you?
Yeah. It was good. Am I right to put your thingy back on while I retweet this?
Hang on, let me just have a look at what I'm looking at. Hang on. Yeah, sure.
There you go. Let's see what the numbers go like. Yeah, when he retweeted it, he come in the stream last week and retweeted it. And it's not total views. I think it's just people who've been in and out of the stream. But yeah, it absolutely shot up the numbers. It's crazy.
Is this going out on X as well or not?
Yeah. I broadcast to X at the same time.
Okay, how's that working for you?
It's good. We're getting more viewers, getting more viewers. It's good. So yeah, those of you that have just joined on X, there we go. The numbers are flying up. Big hello to you. We will be watching US Open in 8 minutes. But yeah, we've got SG saying like smashed. Yeah, make sure everyone does go and drop a like on the stream. And we've got someone asking, can we look at GRT?
GRT?
Which is the graph. Can we look at the graph? We can. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The graph is one. I think that was one of the first cryptos I ever bought. The graph. What was your first ever crypto that you bought?
Oh, good question. First ever crypto. Actually, the first crypto I ever received was actually Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think I remember this. Wasn't it like a European guy you was doing some work with or something?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was a guy in India actually, and he didn't have he didn't have a bank account that would work with me. He wanted to use what was it now? It's something like PayPal that they use there quite a lot. Payoneer, I think it was called. Payoneer, and he wanted to use that, and I'd used that before, and it was horrible, So I was like, "Is there any other way you can pay me?" And he said, "Well, not really, unless you take Bitcoin." And I said, "Well, probably." And I didn't have a clue how to do that, so that was the first bit that I received. I just put it on an exchange and then left it there because I didn't know what to do with it, and then it quadrupled in value next time I looked at it. So that was the start of my crypto journey. And I think after that, I did buy some Ethereum next because I thought that was probably the way to go. And then I bought some VeChain because a mate of mine in the Netherlands, who was the only crypto guy I knew, like the only crypto friend I had, he said, "Oh, have a look at this VeChain thing," and I can't remember how much it was worth then, but it would have probably been a good buy. But I just hung on to it for a few weeks, expected it to do something, it didn't.
Yeah.
So I just sold it into Bitcoin really, and that's all I really had really. And it was only in 2020 when I started trading, but I wasn't doing leverage stuff. I was doing I was just doing spot stuff on Binance. So so basically, I'd be doing some like trading BTC versus Digibyte sort of trade or something. So I'd sort of like basically buy some Digibyte, hope it would go up in price, and then swap it back into Bitcoin. And I didn't really, because I didn't understand that you could do that with like leverage or anything like that without actually holding the actual coin, So what I ended up doing by doing that, I'd end up with bits of like weird things that I didn't really understand or even want. So I'd have like a little bit of Digibyte and a little bit of what's it called, Bitcoin Cash, Bcash, or whatever it is. Ethereum Classic, that, and I'd have all like little bits of that, and I just thought this is just mental. I can see why people end up with like 200 different altcoins in there. Right after that, so that was I was a bit of a mess really. That's how come I ended up holding a load of Alrons, is because basically I tried to do an Alron trade and then it went down in value, so I ended up sort of bag holding it. For quite a few years really, but that said, I did buy it at $7, so I'm not too worried about that. So that was that. I didn't realize what we can do, like what we do now is like you just look at an altcoin, you don't have to buy it, you can just on BLOFIN you can just use your USDT to trade it, and then when the trade closes, you're left with USDT. I didn't know you could do that. So, that was quite an eye-opener, not just for the leverage, but for the fact that you didn't need to actually buy these like weird tokens.
Yeah. I remember first time I downloaded Coinbase, I just went on and I just bought all the ones that sounded cool. Because I didn't really know much about crypto, at the start.
Oh, okay.
I went and bought. I remember I bought Stellar Lumens, which is obviously XLM. I bought Decentraland. I bought the Graph. I bought a few others like that, and I was just buying all the ones that had cool names. One that I did do well on was I went and bought Polygon, and that was around 20 cents, and it went up to $2. In the end, I held on to it. I ended up selling all them ones the more I learned about it, and then I went and bought ETH, stuff like that.
Okay.
But Polygon was one of the ones I held on to, and that did like a 10x, so that ended up quite well.
But mind you, there was a mate of mine. He's not really a crypto bloke at all. He builds fences, but he got Swissborg, and he did a similar thing. Just bought a few things that he liked the sound of.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, I bought this one called DAI, and it doesn't do anything." And I said, "That's a stable coin."
What a legend.
I said that's a stable coin. He said, "What's one of those?" And it's a coin that stays stable. So what did you buy it for? He said, because I like Wales.
Uh,
And he just, been in Wales working with a guy called Di. So he thought,
Yeah.
I'll buy his coin.
what a legend.
I know.
What a legend.
But at least it didn't go down. At least it didn't go down in value.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, exactly. I was going to say that then. At least it didn't go down.
Anyway, GRT.
They all look the same, don't they? That's the problem.
Me too.
They all look the same.
It's hilarious. I know.
So
have you not got your bell yet?
Not yet. I've not got my bell, but we have got 1 minute until US Open, haven't we?
Right. So
the Bitcoin chart up, the 1 minute Bitcoin chart.
I don't know what to say about GRT. I'm afraid. This area here looks of interest, so we're getting there. So maybe it'll bounce soon. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's do the index chart. 1 minute. Make that bigger. Okay, so Stonksy on the 1 minute is green. That's something. So what do we reckon in the chat? Can we do a poll or not?
No. I don't think so. I think you can do them, can't you? But I think you have to be like managing the stream. I think in YouTube. Let me go into YouTube Studio and have a look.
We'll miss the ding dong though.
No, we're still here, aren't we?
No. Well, yeah, 29.
Let's see then. Let's wait for it. There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
There you go. And nothing happened.
Yeah, I don't suspect there's going to be major movement on US Open today because of the fact we've got FOMC tonight. So, I maybe it's not that much of a thing.
Yeah. The only thing with that is don't you think that somebody must know what's going to happen? There you go.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it pretty much we all know what's going to happen. The probability of them holding rates is like 99 point something %. So if it didn't, it would be an absolute shock to the market. The market would be in shock. So we do pretty much know what's going to happen. Like I mentioned before, the Fed has not done anything unsurprising in ages. So it would obviously shock the market massively. Now, how do you do a poll is what I want to know. View in live control room. Oh, here we go. Let me see what I can do here now. Let me see. Maybe I can do some things here. I need to learn more about all this.
So you're in the YouTube bit, are you?
Engage with your audience. Here we go. Start a poll. I can. Right, what poll should we do? Oh wait, was it for US Open up or down? Was that it?
Well, we could do one for later, couldn't we? Sort of like, what like, will it pump into the FOC or will it dump, or have you forgotten to like the stream?
Let's do, will it be higher or lower?
Oh, okay.
Will BTC be higher or lower at the end of the stream than now? There you go. So I'm going to do higher. I didn't know you could do all this. This is fantastic.
I see.
Lower. Start poll. There you go. So you should all be able to vote in the poll.
Oh, well done. I was going to say give it a third option of like, or have you forgotten to like the stream, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway.
I could start a Q&A as well. This is good, this.
Can you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. Higher. Will BTC be higher
Wait,
or lower?
Do I have, when we're watching this, do I have a, oh, no, I don't. I was going to say, do I have a Stonksy person overlaying me? Or do I?
You've got a little fella in the corner, yeah.
Have I? Has that always been there?
To be honest, I've only noticed it today.
Well, let me get rid of him. Has he gone now?
No. Well, I don't know. I'm seeing a delay.
Has he gone?
Not yet. Still there.
What is that doing there? Oh, well. I didn't
I
know
thought-
that was there the whole time.
I thought it was a sticker on your wall.
Been there every stream. Oh, wow, really? Nobody's thought to tell me that there's a Stonksy guy over me. Has it gone? No.
Still there.
How do you get rid of that? How do you get rid of that?
Would you want to get rid of it?
Well, I didn't know that it was overlaying me the whole time. I suppose it's a bit annoying for the viewers, isn't it? Do you not think? I don't know.
I thought it was your wallpaper. So it's all over your room.
I don't know what it is. Oh well. It just moved. It's the profile pic of your YouTube channel. Oh well. But we are going higher. There's 67% of people saying that we are going to be higher at the end of this stream than now. So that's interesting.
Well, there's something you can do now, you see. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
We should do a stream on how to do a stream. That'd be good, wouldn't
it? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be very good. Are you going to start streaming, or are you just sticking to your videos?
No, I do want to start streaming. Actually, I don't know what's holding me back. Actually, I think I'm a little bit frightened that I'm rubbish or I haven't got anything to talk about. But I think if you've got enough people, then you've got something to talk about, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because people are asking questions. So yeah. So Scotty's saying hawkish or dovish. And which one's which? Hawkish is bad, isn't it?
Hawkish is
Good.
bearish. Yeah,
okay.
Hawkish is bearish, and then dovish is bullish. But basically, what it means is which way the Fed is swinging. So if Powell's got a hawkish tone in the press conference, it means he's got a harder outlook at obviously the way the economy is and interest rates. If he's dovish, then it means that he's liking what he's seeing.
Right. Okay. Where do you reckon those words come from?
I have no idea, to be honest. I suppose maybe because a hawk is like it's like a killer animal, in it, really, where a dove is like, ooh, like,
peace.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, right, that's how I remember it. Yeah, hawks are bad, doves are peaceful. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there we go.
Right. So Stonksy went red. Okay. Oh.
I don't think we're going to get much movement throughout the session today until we approach maybe in like the half an hour before FOMC. Typically, what we might see is it start to climb higher, which then people get excited long into, and then obviously as the interest rate decision comes out, it'll crash down and take all them people out and liquidate them all. Vice versa, if we start really like dipping, maybe then we dip a bit more, maybe potentially, and then fully reverse it. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get my daughter, unfortunately, in a minute.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think might end the stream. We've been on for 2 hours, and there's not really. I can't see there really being much going on until later. Okay. It's potentially a bit of a boring afternoon in the markets, I think. But yeah, big thank you to everyone who's joined. Now, make sure before you all go. So there's plenty of you in here. There's 47 on YouTube, and I don't know how many we have watching on X because it doesn't give me the actual live number, but. Make sure you go and subscribe to Save with Crypto. Go and follow him on X as well. So those of you on YouTube, you'll find his links in the description for YouTube and X. Make sure you go and drop him a follow on both. And those of you on X, make sure you type in Save with Crypto like it is on the screen now. You can do that on X and on YouTube. And obviously drop him a follow over there and a subscribe on YouTube. He will greatly appreciate it. Fantastic guest on every single Wednesday. I look forward to these now. You're on every single Wednesday. It's really good. I do like it a lot. Yeah. It's a good thing, isn't it? It's a good thing to have a regular guest.
I mean, to be honest, I mean the whole trading thing, it can get a bit lonely. To be honest, you know, it's
Yeah, it can. Yeah, you know what? It really can. And, you know, that's obviously, it's good to have a community. And like there's a community in CSE, obviously in Stonksy. For those of you that are looking to get Stonksy, full indicator access, you get access to the Discord and you will get access to the trading bot when it's released in the next week or two as well. Links in the description. For those of you that are on the X, you can click the link in the Stonksy bio on the profile. So yeah, but yeah, it's good to just have people to interact with, innit?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so I'll just say goodbye to everyone. And thanks very, very much for coming. Thanks for everyone who subscribed last week when I was begging for likes. I did get over my 8K, which is brilliant. And I'll see you next Wednesday, if not before, or I'll be on a video of mine tomorrow. All right. And thanks, Dave. And
you go and watch his videos on YouTube. Right. Some great content.
See you later.
See you, mate. And yeah, big thank you to you all. I salute you and catch you on tomorrow's stream.